Okay, so that is about
Perfect.
me. And like any questions like for React, Node.js, or say MongoDB, you can shoot me out. Okay, I would be
Yeah.
helping there.
So where you from, Dikshit?
So
Is
I'm
it
from,
is it the right pronunciation of your name? Is it
yeah,
Dikshit or?
yeah, that's my name, Dikshit, and I'm from Rajkot, Gujarat. I'm by
Oh,
birth Gujarati. Okay.
that's amazing.
Mhm.
Okay. So Dikshit, when you're actually talking about some collaborative work, right? So did you ever like have,
Uh,
did you
yeah,
work on a personal projects before or anything
yeah.
that you want to talk about?
There are like lots of personal projects which I'm having in my repo, and there is also a project which I would be starting after from tomorrow with a friend of mine. Okay, that is for learning. There is for learning and understanding all of the basic. For people like they think like it's a basic thing, but I take it like on an important thing. Like if you want to grow up your skill, then you have to clean your skills. Like I would be doing like all of the time, like start from the basic and do like going for the advanced mode. So that's how like it would be you would be able to improvise your skill sets. So that is how I would be doing that. I think so. You're on mute.
Yes, sorry. So what are the major tech stacks you've been working during your
So
projects or any work experience as
so
such?
in the tech stack like I'm using like is majorly with Monstack, but I'm like React. I like very much working with React. Then comes with Node.js, Express, and MongoDB. Like I really love to work with yeah, backend APIs so that I can create like microservices, Docker containers, and all of those understanding stuff. So whenever I try to create anything, like I start with a simpler way, a simplest approach. I never go with a complex thing or say creating any kind of complexity for anyone, so they are not able to understand. And I'm right now working with a similar kind of project where it is a complete backend application, and we have creating the backend. It's like very much written into Node 9, and we have to do an update and we have to write the application in the same way. So
Mhm.
that is the application now.
Okay, that's great. I think we do have a group project, subsection in
Hmm.
our community. So I can, talk about it later. So I think
Yeah.
let's get back to the conversation first. So I'll just walk you through what exactly is happening here, Dikshit. So now that you're part of Freebase, we have a ritual that we have a community meet once in every week, meet on
Okay.
Thursday and Friday or Friday. I usually like run a poll, but since for the fact that we are having a continuous Thursday meet for a long while, I kind of shifted to the Friday. But mostly we have community meets in these 2 days, right? And the main agenda of this meet is we choose a topic of discussion. Obviously, that's something developer centric and tech centric. And then the reason that we have that we talk about the same topic with different people is because we have people from 1 year of experience to 30 years of experience in this community, right? And when you hear the same topic with a different perspective, different learnings, and different knowledge with a different experience, you get a whole lot of learnings that you could unlock, right? And you can interact with other folks over here, and you can connect with them personally if you think they're interesting enough, or they could help you, or you could work with them going forward. So this is a quick networking and also discussion kind of stuff that we usually do. That's called a community catch up. Okay. And for this week, the topic was suggested by Tejas, and the topic is how to how to be good at role as a developer. Right, you developers has like a very different role. You guys work on
Yeah.
front end, back end, and full stack. And with these different
Actually,
roles, what it takes to sorry.
After the topic which I wanted to suggest was how to be better at your role. Like it could be any
Uh,
role. Yeah.
Okay.
how to improvise and stay at your role and be good at what you are working with,
Yeah.
something like
So
that.
now
So
that we
just
are actually having a developers community, I thought of making more developer centric, but we can have an open to discussion for this topic, right? You can, have improvisation on your perspective and your takes on it. If you want to talk from the developer's perspective, it's going to be great. If you want to talk about some different perspective and just focus on how to be great at your role in general, I think we are open to that discussion too. I think let's go with Tejas himself, who has suggested the topic. Tejas, before giving your take on the same, can you please introduce yourself so that Dikshit or Aniket or Madan who's watching you for the first time, they'll get to know you. Yeah.
So my name is Tejas and I work as an IT consultant. And I've been using various tech stacks over the years, and right now the most popular stack is a Node React stack, along with maybe Mongo or people who are on more on cloud. So if they are on Azure, they prefer Cosmos, so things like that. And on the cloud side, I'm more biased towards Azure. I have been using AWS, but I find Azure more user friendly. So yeah, I'm kind of biased towards that. But yes, that is what I do for my living. And apart from that, I've got a family. I've got 2 kids. Both are boys, so it's a big pain. And then I like interacting with people like you, basically people from the IT industry, from the different experience levels. I try to interact with people, try to get their knowledge, share thoughts, and then just trying to be a part and a contributing part to this community. Yeah.
Yeah. So on top of that, guys, so Tejas is having 13 plus years of experience, and he's also running his firm and a consulting firm, right, Tejas? And so Tejas, when it comes to now that you are actually running a firm of yourself, which is consulting and all of that, right? And you have employed a lot of developers with you, right? So with your experience, with your professional experience and the experience of you running a firm, what is that that made you realize, okay, this is something that actually it takes to be a good at any profession that you are, right? Like, let's say, for example, if someone is working or starting his career, and he want to get into the peak of his career within 2-3 years. That's what the mindset of people today is, right? They want to get everything faster. But what is from your experience that you would suggest people, or what's something that you have noticed over the time period that made you realize, okay, this is what it takes to be the best in the industry, or be the best in the role that you're working in?
Yeah. So I was having a similar discussion with Dinesh as well yesterday. And then it was quite a nice discussion. And the whole point was be a person who is like an entire team. So I'll give you an example. So typically, when there's a project team, you have a couple of developers, you have a couple of testers, maybe you have a business analyst, you have a manager, a scrum master. Yeah, that's the typical structure of a development team or a delivery team. So as a person, if you see yourself just as a developer or you see yourself just as a tester, then you are incomplete. Yeah. Your designation might be a developer, but you need to be a complete package. What I mean is complete package is you should know everything of your role, which is a developer. So you should know everything. So you can't say that I am a front-end developer. I will do React and I'll go home. No, you have to know how the APIs work. You have to know how the backend works. You have to know how the database works. You have to know how the pipelines work. You have to know what the deployment looks like. If something goes down, how will you handle it? Yeah. If you are a junior in the team, just observe the seniors, what they are doing when they are fixing up the pipelines, when they are doing the deployments, when they are handling some kind of reporting stuff. Just observe them and become a complete developer. Yeah. And then you have to be a QA as well. Yeah, you just don't sit and don't test your code. You just develop and give it to the QA for testing. No, you have to be the best QA for your own code. Yeah. So you can easily analyze what test cases the QA is going to write on top of your code, because it's your code. You know it better than the QA. So you can write better test cases. You can test them out. When you hand it over to a QA, you already know that it is bug free. So be that person. Yeah. So you have to be a better QA yourself. You have to be a BA as well, because what BA does is he give you a list of requirements, but he doesn't know the systems. BA is not supposed to know systems. The systems are like what other servers we are interacting with, what are the databases, what are the third-party APIs we are consuming. So the BA might not have that idea at a system level. So
Yeah.
when you get some requirements from a BA or manager, you need to analyze them. Just don't be a donkey and just start writing code on whatever requirements you have got. Analyze them. If you feel that they are not good or you need some additions to it, you go back to the BA, reanalyze them, sit with them, spend some time, just ask them what you're doing, why you're doing like that, why you're thinking like that, can I add some value? So think in that way when you're pairing up with the BA. Sit with your manager, ask him what is your pain. So he'll tell you, okay, such and such person in the team, he is not really productive. Okay, what is he doing? Why is he not productive? Is there something I can help with? So I'm not saying that you sacrifice your own time and just start doing other jobs. I'm trying to say that you become a complete package, and I'll tell you the advantages of it. Okay. So now you have done whatever you're supposed to do as a developer. Now you have done QA part. Now you know what BA does. Now you know the pain points of the manager as well.
Sacrifice your own time and just start doing other stuff.
I'm getting an echo from somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's from Yasir.
Okay.
Yasir, I guess.
Now you have done.
Yeah, can you mute yourself? I think the voice is coming from your side. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So, okay, now imagine that you spent some 6 months doing all this shit and then you are a complete package. Now what happens? Now this is the exciting part. Now you become indispensable to the team. Yeah. What that means is that your manager or your QA or your BA cannot make you unhappy. Yeah, because they know that you know better than them. So they can't make you unhappy. So that means that they'll always see to it that you are working at a comfort level. You are coding at your optimal level and they'll try to support you. Yeah, they'll not go against you. I mean, if you're not doing very wrong things, they'll not try to go against you, but try to support you in their own way. Yeah, you're indispensable to your manager. Yeah, he'll not let you resign. If you resign, he'll give you whatever you want and you stick with him. Yeah. If you're working in a service-based industry and you ask for like, okay, I want to travel abroad and you have to give me a chance, he has to give you a chance because you're indispensable to that manager. Yeah. So you spend some 6 months, try to analyze all the roles within your team, try to get all those, attributes to your own profile, and then see what magic happens. So this is what I mean by being good at your role. So it's not only your designation. You're not only bound by your designation, but you do kind of peripherals to build a good profile as a person in your role, and then you see the magic, like what comes out of it. And okay, on top of that, you still feel that okay, I need a better team, I need a better job, I want to resign, I want to move on. That's fine. So when you go to an interview, you go there as a package. Now you know all the facets, what the delivery team looks like. So when you go into that interview, you have all the confidence in the world. Yeah, you explain him, okay, I've done this and I've done that. I know this, I know front end, I know back end, I know database, I know pipelines. I'm not the master at everything, but I know how to resolve the problem if anything out of these breaks. So that's the ultimate thing an employer is looking at. Yeah. So he's looking at a package which he can, recruit. Plus, he will also figure out that, okay, this person works very well with the QA. This person works very well with a BA or a Scrum Master or a manager. That means he's a team player. Let's hire him. So he'll try to give you more money or whatever you want in order to hire you. So that's how you become a complete person in your own role. And then you become indispensable. And that's, you build your own brand and you move ahead in the career.
Yep. Yeah, Tejas, and coming to the point of being a team player, right? I think last time when we had a discussion over a topic, I remember you telling it's easy to teach someone to code, but it's really hard to teach someone the values and ethics of working with a team, right? And when it comes to developer, Yeah, so when it comes to developer, what are the challenges that usually most of the developers have when it comes to the communication or in the team performance or working as a team altogether? So how could one person ensure as a developer that he's getting the best out of his team itself, and also he's also contributing without any conflict? So what are the major drawbacks that you've seen being a part of the team and also running a team yourself? What is something that you think would make a best team, and you would make a developer be the best one who actually brings out the best work on the table at the end of the day? Yeah.
Yeah, I think see what most people look for is some motivation from outside. Yeah. So what they do is they go to the best developer in the team and then try to get some motivation. Hey, how did you learn that? Can you share some tutorial? Okay, I'll sit with you. Can you teach me that? Okay, so that will help you to an extent, but it will not take you to the places in your career. Yeah, that will keep you to that basic level only. So you have to be one man army. Basically, you have to unblock yourself. You have to start learning. You have to be that own package and then carry that confidence. So confidence is different from rudeness. Yeah. What I've seen developers doing is when they become more knowledgeable, they become rude or they become proudies or they just want to sit alone and code. Hey,
Yeah,
don't disturb me. I'm doing
that
important
is the
tasks.
main problem that we face like on a regular day. Like right
Yeah.
now in our group, we are having like lots of developer. I'm having like 5 developers with me. And what happens like when we don't go for any kind of collaboration, then we are having a point when I say like, okay, this is the problem that we would be facing in future. And they say, okay, we would be completing it by today and by tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, there is nothing work been done. They never go for like asking to a senior person saying, okay, I'm stuck with this problem, just try to help me. So those problems should be tackled first. Like if any developer is having like, okay, I would be solving like all of the things by my own, it's not by that way. A silliest question can be answered by a developer, senior developer, and they would be helping a junior one or any developer who's working with them, and that would make a person more and more advanced into his world.
Yeah.
Am I right, Tejas?
Yeah,
Hello.
I couldn't relate to what I was saying with your point, but your point is very valid. Uh, Unblocking yourself
Yeah.
is a quality. Yeah, people sit on their problem, they feel shy to go and ask other people. So basically, you're not making like look yourself,
Hmm.
a smaller person or being a dumb person. If you
Dumb
go and
person,
ask
yeah.
someone, you can just say that I'm blocked, I'm just trying to unblock myself, can you help?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No question is
that's
silly.
this.
The
Yeah,
simplest one. No question is silly.
yeah, so maybe I'm not able to figure out this small
Yeah.
thing or whatever, but yeah, you might have seen this before, can you help me? Simple words. Yeah, and that will unblock you. So yep. So basically, what I was saying is there are two things which developer struggles with in his life. One is uh, mm, uh, he feels that I don't know anything because technology is a vast field, and then when they come across new techniques or new technologies or new features of that particular technology, they feel that, oh, I don't know this one, so I'm inferior. So don't feel like that. Like, technology evolves every year. The React that we used to see in 2018 is gone. Whatever we code now to 2023, it's complete different React. So technology reinvents itself in a couple of years. That doesn't mean that you are dumb. Yeah. So just don't look down on yourself. So that is a one mistake. Second mistake is they rate themselves too high. Yeah, they say that, okay, I've done this, I've done that. I contribute to a X number of open source, and then I do YouTube videos, then I do LinkedIn stuff, then I write blogs, and I do Stack Overflow. That means I'm the god. And then whenever they get a pull request to review, or they get any peers coming with silly questions, they just get angry and then piss them off. So these two things are toxic. Yeah, both these things will not help you to be a better person in your own role. So just be modest. Don't go this way or that way. Just be at the center and try to be a complete package to be a better at your own role.
Yeah, yeah. And adding to the same discussion, guys, like people like Madhan and think who are starting with their professional journey, and maybe they were Dinesh. What do you guys think when you're working in a team, right? Has someone with, let's say, 4 or less years of experience, you'll be working under someone, you'll be working under some lead or manager. So, what's something that you face that you would like to talk about, or something that you find has a challenge on a daily basis if you're working with a team, or if you're working with a manager, or if you're working with someone who's senior to you at your place? Anyone? Madhan, Dinesh, Aniket, Yasir?
Am I? Oh, fuck. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, yeah, Aniket. Yeah.
Okay, so one of the issue is usually when I work with my team, I don't really get much information about what I'm supposed to work. So what they tell me is I have to create certain feature, and they ask me to look at old projects and build upon those. They asked me to copy code from there and update it and do something, but they are never clear with what the goals are supposed to be. And at the end, when I finish creating the module, and there's a lot of usually after finishing the module, when they verify or when it goes for QA, it comes out to be what they tell me is many of the features are missing, and then I reply to them saying that I wasn't told what the goals were of this module, and they get mad at me saying you should probably learn from the old projects instead of being dumb like this, and that kind of demotivates, I guess.
Mhm.
That kind of demotivates, I guess. So I wish I was told about I wish the goals were clear before we started working on something. I don't know how normal this is or how common this is, but that's something I face at my workplace.
Yeah. So, what's your take on Dikshit or Tejas? Like, how could how could one handle something like that when
So,
coming out?
so from my example, like in November or like November 6th, I joined a project because I work for a company where they give us a C2C. Like I'm a contractor person to some other company. So I joined up as a in a position as a lead developer. So I would be taking up care of my whole team as well as I would be coding for them as well. So initially there was like I was not able to understand like what is going on with the application. So I had to take up like lots of call with with my manager and with other BA people and with the person who is working with me to understand like what is happening. And few of the times like it happens like when the developer is coming up, they are not able to understand what is the basic requirement, and they try to do the code and they break anything. So that needs to be like handled from any developer. Like they should be asking like lots of questions, they should be going till the bottom, and they should be able to understand the flow of the application. Like okay, I'm doing this thing at this point, it would be affecting the application at other point. So that how like I was able to get my experience in any kind of project. In the past also, like whenever I look at the code, I do the same thing. I catch the point and I move to till the end when it goes till the database. So that is how I would like to go from the scratch, like ask the seniors, ask the BA, ask the managers, okay, what is happening, why do I need to do this change? So that is a take from my side. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything from Tejas or Madhan? You're on mute, Tejas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Aniket, sorry, I didn't understand your question.
It's not really a question. It's more like how it is at my workplace. So what happens is basically I get a module to work on, and the instructions, there are no goals given to me. They just ask me to, let's say, create something. They tell me what it's supposed to do, but there are no goals. We do not have any clear goals on what the module should achieve. And they give me some old projects. Let's say they worked on old projects before I joined. Those 3 projects as a base, and use the code in it, and use the code to improve the current project we are working on, right? And after like couple days, when I'm finished send it for review, it turns out that I missed a lot of goals that they were expecting, or what lot of features that they were expecting from the module, and at the end I get blamed for it, and I get told that you took 3 days and you didn't do anything. And when I say that, hey, the goals weren't clear to me, and by using the old projects, that's all I could understand, they blame me that you should probably try to, be better at what you are, or probably know if that's like a bad on my part, but that's what I'm told. And
Aniket, I just wanted to understand what company you're working with and then what kind of experience level you have got.
well, I'm a fresher, and it's basically a SaaS company, you could say. So
And that's based in which city or which place?
I would rather not disclose that.
Not sure why is it sensitive, but yeah, saying a city name would be pretty much generic. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
I'd rather not tell. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll tell you one thing: if your team is expecting such kind of a maturity from a fresher, these guys are not up to the mark. Yeah, so they are not understanding their own role. How should they be handling a fresher? Yeah, the first thing that a company should do is make the fresher feel excited about their job. Yeah, make them feel happy about what they are doing. Yeah, make them feel challenged in terms of what they are doing. Yeah, challenged is not in a offensive way like what has been happening with Aniket, but it's more on a positive note. Yeah, so that they deliver good output to the company. So Aniket, I don't think that's your fault, given the fact that you are a fresher joining a new
Yeah.
company, and then you
Right.
don't know much about the project or that company. So don't take the blame on you. But now let's come to the point how you can resolve this situation. Yeah. So now
Right.
you have got a lesson learned that okay, these guys are behaving too smart. They are smart ass, and then I need to work pretty on top of your toes to handle this situation. So first thing that you do when you get any task is you ask where are the goals. Yeah, what is the acceptance criteria for this task? If not, okay, let me sit with you or whoever, BA, your manager, your tech lead, whatever. Let me sit with you for half an hour on a meeting, face to face or whatever, and let's chalk out the goals. Yeah, before I start. That's the first step. You sit with him, you note down whatever the goals you have got for that task, and then you start execution. Yeah, and rather than doing the reverse approach that you do the coding first and then you validate the goals. No, you validate the goals, you have a complete list of what you are going to deliver, and then start execution. So try it that way and see how it works.
That's actually what I prefer. I did rather have something planned before I start writing code. And okay, I will personally say they aren't bad people exactly, but I guess the way they have been they're actually, they actually have like 7, 8 years of experience. So I think that's the environment they probably have been working in. So I don't know, but they're nice people, and I
So
do personally.
Aniket, you are mixing two things. One is being bad at a personal level, and second thing is being bad at a job. So they are not bad people; they are bad at job. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you could say that, right? So I do prefer having a plan or a goal set up before I start writing some code, and that is something we do not have at my workplace. So what we do is we basically, let's say we have to build a new project, entirely new project. So we start with authentication and stuff, that's the basic stuff. But what's happening is I have no idea what the project is supposed to be. Or let's say I start implementing modules. I have no idea how scalable the project will be in future. How many modules are we gonna input? That is something we start deciding after like 3 months of the project. And after 3 months, we just take code from the old projects and just, copy paste it over. And we are supposed to, create something.
I got your point, and I think I've already answered it. I will try the
Yeah.
reverse way.
Yeah.
You book a half an hour session before you start the actual code. Just note down the goals and then target those goals.
Yeah.
Right, I'll try that. That's a huge. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Aniket, like I want to add up something like this used to happen with some of my past experience where people never write any kind of detail into our user stories. So we have to sit with the project manager or say BA setting like, okay, set up a meeting. We want to write each and every detail into this story so that we would be able to get an idea like what is going on and what point we would be delivering all of the stuff. So that would be helping you as well. Like if you are having like ticket system or agile methodology, then it would be much more better for you.
We do have a task management system actually, but we just,
It would be like always giving a number and just you have to do the task saying, okay, this is the heading and this is the task. Okay, that is
yeah,
the
pretty much.
got your point. But there are like details you have to give like all of the details into that. So then
True,
it would
yeah.
be you would be able to handle all of the things.
So, and well, the thing is, they are actually, ready to explain me, but I am personally a little dumb, I could say. So I need to, know something very well to start working on it. And I feel hesitant asking them twice or thrice because they do have things to work on. And
It's
I
it's
think,
no matter like if you are asking to any of the lead or any of the fellow developer,
Mhm.
you should be taking each and every question. Like we ask like lots of question, and I had today only I blocked the complete application from development because there was a new module coming, and I created a scenario and I told the scenario to the main boss saying like, okay, if this scenario is coming, how would I be able to fix all of the things? It would be breaking the complete application. So
That
they
is
told like,
true.
yeah, they told have a wait, and we would be giving you another scenarios. So
Right.
that's like you have to look at all of the scenarios, and then you would be able to understand. Okay.
That is true. That is a part of development after all.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also want to add something. Like this
So
Aniket said,
Aniket, can
right?
you just, sorry, yeah, Dinesh.
So Aniket just said that he's a dumb on a personal level, but I don't think that he need to have that kind of mindset if he is a fresher. That is
Yeah.
the best time when you can reach out to your lead or seniors and ask whatever you want because they will not judge you. You are just a fresher. Once you get an experience of 2 years or 3 years, then you will hesitate to ask the things like you will think like I have that experience and I should know these things. So at that time, you will not be able to ask. But I think this is the best time. You can ask whatever you want.
The
Don't feel
thing
you are
is,
dumb.
actually, the past events that happened had made me think like I should probably know it instead of
Forget
asking it
about it.
again and again. So I
For
guess it's that.
for approximately next 1 year, you can have an open mindset that if I don't know these things, I can reach out to senior, ask for their time if they are ready to teach me or give me some brief about something. Or if you think that you will be able to learn on yourself, then go ahead. But don't feel that I'm a dumb and I should know this thing, so I will not approach any senior. That's not a good mindset to learn.
Right. Okay. I'll take notes of that. Thank you.
And never
Yeah.
never think that you're dumb.
So Aniket, can you just give us a brief introduction about yourself? Because I think this is the first time you're joining us, right? So what's something that you're looking for as a fresher through the community? So are you're looking out for some expert help or something that you're looking forward to? So we would love to know a little more about it.
Well, the reason I joined this conversation in the first place is not to share what I'm suffering, but to know what I'm lacking in being a developer, as the title of
Yeah.
the discussion. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to know. If, let's say, I am doing something wrong, or
Mhm.
probably, as I said, I feel that I'm a little dumb. So I just wanted to know that is it me or probably that I'm in a wrong company, probably, or something like that.
Aniket, can I ask you one question?
Sure, go ahead.
From where did you get your accent?
Accent, I don't understand what you mean.
So the accent in which you are
Yeah,
speaking
the speaking
English.
tone. Yeah.
No, I didn't get my accent from anywhere. Well,
How long
if
have
you're
you been like working, Aniket?
sorry.
How long have you been working? Like when do you graduate and when did you graduate from usually? So
I actually am in
this,
my second year of college, so I haven't graduated yet.
you're in your second year of college.
Yeah.
You are just in second year of college and you said you are dumb, right? When I was in the second year, I was not having the idea what the heck this front end and back end is.
I actually have been, very excited about computer stuff, since I was in high school. So, yeah.
Okay. So where you actually from? Like where you basically from, and like you actually working on any personal projects as such, or what are the main tech stacks that you're working on recently?
Oh, sure. Well, I'll say I'm from Chhattisgarh, actually. But I'm
Okay.
living in Gujarat right now for my college. And yeah, I'm actually personally working on full stack projects like Discord. I'm actually making a clone of Discord just to, test my skills. So I guess that's one of the projects I'm working on.
Okay.
Otherwise, I did try making other stuff, but it's like, how you you get an idea and you start working, but you never finish it. So there are many
Yeah.
projects like that, but currently I'm working on a Discord clone.
Yeah. 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 Got it. Yeah.
Aniket sounds more like Souvik, like we had another guy.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
sounds more like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're more than glad to have you in the community, Aniket. And if you're working on any project or personal project, or you want to be part of any project, right? You can check out the hashtag group projects. And if you want to have anyone collaborating for your project, or if you want to work with someone who's actually working on any project, just be open and ask in the community, and don't shy away from asking any kind of questions, because we all have a pool of developers with different experience, right? And the whole community idea is to connect, learn, and grow together. All right, so just like getting that straight. Yes, thank you for joining the discussion. And hi, Abhishek. Can you hear us? Abhishek Gupta. I think if you're speaking, we are not able to hear you. Yep. Okay. Let's go with Madhan. Hi, Madhan. Can you guys please turn on your camera so that we exactly know who are we talking to, right? Yeah,
Hi,
please,
hi.
Bhavin, Utkarsh, Yasir, Abhishek, Aniket, if you guys can turn on the cameras, it'd be great. Yeah. Yeah, hi, Madhan.
Hopefully it's not a necessity because I'd rather not.
Okay. Abhishek, can you turn on your camera? I guess your mic is unmuted and you're getting a little disturbance from my side.
Abhishek is saying that he's having some network issues.
Okay, no problem. So I think we'll join. Yeah. Yeah, hi, Madan. Glad to have you in our next community too. Community meet too, yes. So we were talking about, being better at your role as a developer, or if you want to have the context and have a discussion from any kind of role, and being the best at it, what it would be. So now that you've been working as a developer for 3 years, I guess. You've been working for 3 years, right? Yeah, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry. 3 years.
Yeah. So what's your take as a person who has been you've been working for 3 to 4 years, I guess, right?
Yeah, 3+
Yeah.
years of
Yes. So Madhan, from your perspective, I just want to understand what actually is a perspective from developers like you with experience like you, right? And you started your journey, and you shifted like your companies, and you've been working for a startup, I guess, right now, right? So
yeah.
what is from your perspective would take a developer to be the best at its role, or what is your perspective on it? Or if you're aspiring for the same, what's something that you wish you knew it, or something that you wish you would have any guidance or help on the same thing? Yeah.
So before answering this question, I would like to answer the previous question which you were asking to Aniket, the problems in the team, some like that.
Yeah.
But, so I had a experience in my initial stage of my career where I was a fresher and I was in a startup, and it was a fintech company. So when there was a problem statement and when the team used to do brainstorming on it or discussing the solution, so at that time, so when I used to suggest some solution, then they like didn't give value to my suggestion. in the initial stage of my career. This is what I had experienced as a fresher. So like, which is not a good environment, I think, or a good team to work with. So I think I left that organization after a year. But after such incidents, I always used to back my suggestion with some articles in Google or some proof that this thing will work. So like, anyone has faced some similar experience like that?
Sorry, I think we missed your point at the end. Your voice was still muffled.
Oh, yeah. So anyone has faced such similar situations in your team or something?
Where if you're facing some problem, the way you were tackling
No,
it
so
is
they
by
no, so they didn't value my suggestions or the solutions which I was giving in a discussion. This is what I had faced when I was a fresher.
Yeah. So yeah, Madhan is asking if any of you guys face the same thing while starting out as a profession, as a
I think
developer.
most of the guys face this kind of situation in the beginning of the career. It's not uncommon, it's pretty common. But again, I will say that's not anything bad on you, it's something bad on their part and their behavior.
Yeah. So what would you suggest? Okay, let's come to the Madan's point. So how did you actually handle it? The way you told that you actually back up your stuff within articles or some resources, right? And going forward, when
Yeah.
you change your organization, were you facing the same problem over there? Or if you did, how was your way of approaching it?
So currently I don't face such issue because like I have 3+ years of experience, so I'm not facing such issue. But as a fresher, I was facing. Even after backing with some proof, they didn't listen to me. So I think the environment was bad or the team was not good. That might be
Definitely. I mean, I will say one thing. Whoever was managing or leading your team, he was a dumb person, I would say, because if you see such kind of situation happening in their own team, they should stop this kind of behavior. Yeah. I mean, the entire notion of having team is, we work together. If you're not making a person a part of the team or not valuing whatever he's saying, I like you see there are two outcomes. Either he's saying something which is valuable, so now you need to onboard his suggestions and then take actions. Second thing is he's saying something which is completely stupid and dumb. Then in that case, talk to him. Yeah, just let him know that okay, this is kind of something which will not work because of these reasons, and then that kind of explanation will give that person an idea how to improve in the next meeting or next situation. Yeah? So I think the person who was managing that team wasn't up to the mark.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And coming to the point of discussion, Madan, what do you think being the best at your job is for you? And what's from your perspective, a developer needs to be the best at his job. So do you think that you're best at what you're doing, or do you think there's a long way to go for it? And for that, what do you think you need to be improving? And if you're advising anyone on the same thing, what from your perspective is what attributes he should adopt to be the best at his job as a developer or anything has
Yeah. Basic soft skills like time management and organize and all that. And apart from that, I think the developer should be curious what's going on beyond his team. So
yeah
let's assume that if you're in the development and there's some separate team for DevOps, then you should connect with them and understand how the whole process is going on. Basically, you should be curious to know what's going
yeah
on, like how the
Yeah.
end-to-end application works. Or if it's a product-based company and there are multiple products, then you should go and sit with other developers of other products and chat with them and understand about their product. Basically, you should
Yeah.
have the hunger to learn. That's what I feel
yeah
a developer
Yeah.
should have.
Yeah, thank you so much, Madan. I think and that's something, irrespective of which domain you're from, being curious, being upright, and having that zest to learn something more applies to every domain, and one should really have those attributes if you want to excel and be really veteran in what you do.
And one more thing I would like to share is one should acknowledge their weaknesses and try to work on that.
Yeah,
And that's
Yeah,
what I
Utkarsh,
was like.
Utkarsh wanted to say something.
yeah, yes. I was about to ask. Yes, Utkarsh.
Hi, very good evening all. So first of
Please
all,
turn on your
sorry for
camera,
the
Utkarsh, if
actually
you
I
can.
was actually I was going to my home from the office. So I was in the midway.
Okay.
So yeah, I was saying that I agree with what Tejas said, but I have a different point. According to me, it's up to you to create your own brand, your own brand image in a new environment. So I believe that if you don't have that particular brand image with you, or if you're just new to the place, I think it is a bit common that they'll not probably give much attention to your suggestions. But yeah, with time you can create your own brand image and you can show that whatever you'll be doing or you'll be saying, it would be accurate and it would be correct in most of the cases. So if you have that particular image in your organization, so I think irrespective of the experience you have or the age that you have, so everyone will listen to you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Utkarsh, tell me one thing. If you are a fresher, let's say like Aniket, you're entering into a company, how would you have a brand? Yeah, the brand gets built over a period of time. You need to spend at least like 3, 6 months, 1 year to build your own brand, right? You can't expect to have brand from the day one, and then if you get cancelled from day one in the meeting, how would you behave?
Yeah, again, agree with your point that it would be a bit difficult, actually very difficult in the initial days. But yeah, I think if you are working hard enough, for instance, you are sharing some internal threads with others, some knowledge, something that you can be proud of. It could be a blog, it could be an article or anything. If you're providing value to your team peers, so eventually they'll start listening to you.
Definitely. Yeah. So it's more about spending a time and then getting that value. Yep, I agree with you.
Yep. So, Utkarsh, I guess most of them over here are hearing you for the first time, right? Can you give your basic introduction to them?
Okay, so again, very good evening to all. I am Utkarsh. So I'm currently working as an STE in App Inventive Technologies in the Chandigarh branch. So the organization has two branches, one in Noida and one in Chandigarh. I am working from office in the Chandigarh branch, and currently I am working as a MERN stack resource, and I have experience of about 3 years. So I'll be completing my 3 years in the industry on 16th of Jan.
Perfect.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. So, of course, what according to you it takes, what it takes for someone to be good at their job. Let's come down to your experience and example. So, since you started, you have been projected to different kind of challenges and different kind of possibilities and opportunities, right? So, as a developer, from your experience and perspective, what does it take to be the best at your job, and how could one be at that? And if you're aspiring to be, what's something that you wish you had it, or if you want some assistant over it, what's something that you would love to be assisted that will make you think that you're going to be the best at your job?
So I strongly believe that soft skills are something that will take you to the next level and will help you
Mhm.
grow faster than others.
Yeah.
If I come to the points, there are three basic points that I'll be saying that they are most important. The first one is confidence. If you're saying something, if you're presenting something or doing anything with the senior people, the upper management, or your peers, you should be confident. Second, you should be humble. Humble in the sense that everyone will eventually make mistakes in their career, and I've also made plenty of them. So yeah, if you are making some mistake, just agree, just learn, and just move on. And the third thing will be never ever take for granted the power of dedication. If you are dedicated to something, you will grow faster than others. If you are making some side projects, learning a new technology, or doing anything with dedication, dedication will take you to the next level.
Yeah, I think that's really important. And soft skills is something that most of us would need right now than ever before, because we've been working remotely and there's a lot of communication gap between the teams and the way you communicate among developers, right? Dikshit, I would love to know your point of view from this. You are you working on a remote basis, or do you like go and work with your team? Like, yeah.
I'm right now working as a remote developer, and I always prefer to work as a remote. Okay, because I have like the complete desk of mine, and I've got like complete space around here. But
Yeah.
whenever my company calls me for like say 15-day or say 5-day tour, then I go to my company office and work with the team. But it happens rarely, like every 6 months or 3 months, sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is how I work. Like,
Yes,
Dixit,
I think Yasser
can
is
you
having some question.
yeah.
Dixit, can you send us a photo of your office setup? I would love to see it.
Let me. Okay,
Yeah.
give me a second.
Can you please tell me
Yasser,
at
yes,
which
you're having
location
some
you are,
question.
Dikshit?
Yeah. Actually, I have a one question here. For example, suppose a person is in a service-based company, how he can save himself being a jack of all and master of none? The thing is that, for example, like a person joins a company and for 6 months or 1 year, and he is switched to another project that is in different technology, and he don't get a chance to be to learn a technology completely.
Yeah. So yeah, before answering that, can you please turn on your camera so that we could just interact in a more engaging way?
Actually, so are you able to see me? There's some issue with my camera. Just give me
Okay, yeah.
just give me a second. I will connect with my external camera.
I had a question if
Yeah,
can I
yeah.
ask?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay, so well, let's say we have a problem and we have to find a solution for it, right? So let's say you come up with a solution which isn't optimized. It has to be optimized, of course, at a point. So our first solution that that the first solution we implement, would you rather optimize it before pushing it for a review, or would you optimize it after you get the review? And would you rather take more time optimizing it, or would you rather meet the deadlines for it? Because optimizing does take time. You have to think about, how you can make it better, how you can, you have to, think about complexities. Would you rather, spend time fixing it, or would you rather just, meet the deadlines first?
Get the
Yes,
time first.
anyone's take on it. I think it's open to discussion, guys. Mathan, Utkarsh, Dinesh, if you guys feel that you can have some point towards that, you can just go ahead.
Was that clear, or do I need to explain it again?
Yeah. Tejas and Dikshit, were you guys able to hear what
Yep,
he was saying?
I have an answer, but yeah, if someone wants to, put
Go
their own
first.
opinion.
Utkarsh, do you want to go first?
Sure. So
Yeah.
even if you talk in terms of data structures or basically anything, you'll notice that we say that first come up with a solution and then try to optimize it time by time, step by
Yeah.
step. So it's like that if you are coming up with an initial observation or something, build a solution around it and then try to optimize. Try to think in different ways how you can reduce the time complexity, space complexity, you can basically reduce the number of lines you're writing. So the first thing is you should come up with an initial solution first, try to write it and see if it is working in all test cases. If it does, then try to optimize it. And coming about the deadlines, I will say that uh, it basically depends on the situation. I'll say that if you are having some buffer time, you can try to optimize it. But if your solution is good enough, so go with it. And yes, definitely try to optimize it as much as you can before the review starts.
Right, I see. So, let's say, okay, I'd like to hear Tejas' answer first. Sorry, Tejas, sir.
Hello. So I think Utkarsh is bang on. Yeah, he said
Yeah.
what I wanted to say. So first thing, you cannot optimize the solution unless you have a solution. Yeah. So the first thing important is to have a solution. Yeah. Once you have a solution, just see how much time is left for optimization. Let's say if you have come up with a solution, but there is no time to optimize, you have to push your code. Before pushing your code, just tell your team or tell your manager, tech lead, whatever, that hey, I've got a solution. I haven't got the time to optimize it. Do you want me to check in? Yeah. If he says yes, then take his word, check in or push it to review or whatever. If he says that, okay, you've got a solution, very good, take one more day and you optimize it. Say yes, I'll optimize it for sure. Take one more day and optimize it. So it's it's meeting two things. So we need to understand the business as well. Yeah. We are developing a solution so that it gets pushed to a customer and that customer gives you the money. So analyze the whole cycle why we are putting a solution because our company needs to make money. Yeah. So and if you have an understanding of the end goal, that means you align to it. Once you align to it, you have all these things, solution coming to your mind. So having the solution very important. Do that first. Ask your manager second, hey, I've got a solution, do you want me to spend one more day to optimize it or should I check in? If he says yes, do it, or do it whatever way he wants, because he is the stakeholder to the next level in the hierarchy who is going to bring the business. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. So, let's say a menu bar. Okay, I'm taking it as an example. So you can hard code your menu bar. You can write every items of it by hand. You can write the code, or you can make it recursive, right? But you have to think about a recursive solution because let's say your menu bar is very complex. It includes multiple submenus. You have to write. You can either hard code it or you can make it recursive. But you have a deadline of let's say one day. Would you rather push hard coded menu bar, or would you take a time and write a recursive code for it? Because you will have to spend at least let's say 6 hours if it's complex to write a
I think
recursive way.
that's a Aniket, that's a planning question basically.
Uh-huh.
So before you start coding it, either way, hard coded or make it configurable, either you do it by any means. First, plan it out. Yeah, you say that okay, if I do it hard coding, I need 3 hours. If I do recursive, I need 6 hours. Coming up with this estimate hardly takes 15 minutes. Once you have those 15 minutes, background work done, push it to your manager that hey, this is my approach to it. This approach takes 3 hours, this approach takes 6 hours, what do you prefer? And he'll tell you the answer.
Yeah, that's actually quite nice. Yeah, I should probably do that. True.
Yeah,
He's
thank you
fine.
so much for really having spot on points for Aniket. Yes, I think we kind of missed Yasir's discussion. Yes, Yasir, can you hear us?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Yasir, first of all, we would love to get your introduction and know a little more about you, where you're working, how long have you been working, where you're from, and all of that.
Yeah. Basically, my name is Yasir, and I'm from Kashmir, and
Oh,
I work here in a company that is the company here in Srinagar. So I have been working there since last 6 years.
okay, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. That is the thing. And also I have been working in the service-based company, so I get a chance to work with different technologies and all.
Yep.
So my question was related to that because if somebody who wants to master any technology, but being in a service-based company, he get a chance to work to move to the different projects, because with the timeline or something else similar, there is a need-based thing that I need to move to the different projects, and they are in the different tech stack. How one can say to be master of all, sorry, jack of all and master of none?
Yeah. Anyone's up for the pointers for Yasir? I think he's asking, being in a service-based company that requires a lot of like shifting from one project to different project, which involves you learning a lot of tech stacks, right? So you wanna like handle how you learn different kind of tech stacks and just like maybe stick to one?
No, it is like that. For example, somebody is a JavaScript developer or any kind of a developer. He should at least know the language as well as the complete understanding of it. Because, for example, somebody is working in one project for almost 2-3 months, and then after that he will be shifted to another technology. So it will also affect his resume, basically. What is happening if he wants to switch to another company, he has to either lie on his resume that I have been a complete developer for almost whatever the time will be. So that is something challenging, because you have to be so good at something.
Anyone's take on this? Dikshit, Dinesh, Madan, Tejas, Utkarsh?
Sure. According to me, I'll give you example of myself. So for a good number of months, I'll say, not years, but I've been working as a backend resource in my organization, and I was keenly interested in front end technologies such as Next.js, React, all that stuff. But if you're not getting the chance professionally, you can take up the skill by yourself. I'm making, for example, I'm making the personal projects. I'm making my portfolio in Next.js. I'm learning the things myself. So, you can learn the things by yourself. And that's how you can select one tech stack that is based on your preference. And then you can go learning it, mastering it time by time, day by day. So if I was in that position, I'll do the same, like learning the things by picking up myself in my free time. So that's point number one. And second thing is, if you're getting some, good amount of experience or practice in a particular tech stack, you can approach a manager or approach your upper management, any senior that you would want to work in that particular technology. Probably they may give you a chance or they may not, but you'll have a probability of working on that particular technology that you like.
Yeah, yeah. Anything to add on to the Utkarsh discussion, guys? And Dikshit, yeah, Tejas.
I wanted to ask Yasir, you want to become an expert in a certain technology, or you want to explore more technologies?
Everybody wants to explore the technologies, but there should be something you should be good at.
So you want to become an expert in a certain technology, right? That's what your question was.
No. I'm saying that, for example, suppose if a person is working on multiple projects in an era of 1 year, suppose for 2 months he will be working on PHP, and next 2 months he will be working on Golang, and next 2 months he will be working on JavaScript, and next 2 months he will be working on .NET, and next 2 months he will be working on Java. It will be like that. How he can save himself being jack of all and master of none? Because
So in this example, the example which you give, I think it's jack of all and master.
He knows everything, but he's not master at all.
Yeah, he's not master of none. That's what your example says. So like jack of all none, master of none is you're working on different technologies and you're not expert into any language. That is jack of all and master of none. if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. I'm not
And
saying that he knows everything, but he
yeah, but not in
knows
depth.
not in
So
depth.
Yeah.
that's what usually happens in a service-based company. According to the business needs, most they shift from a project to another project based on the availability of the resources.
Right.
Yeah. So if you want to like become expert into one technology, then you should talk with your manager. If you're in a product-based or service-based company.
No,
I
I'm
think
talking about
the
general.
service based. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about general thing that these things come into this place because, for example, suppose a fresher joins a company and he is totally fresher and he starts with something, suppose a JavaScript tech stack, and after 3 or 4 months or 1 year or similar, he will be moved to the next project and that will be in a different technology. So how he can save himself? That's my question.
So for that thing, I would suggest like pick up a path. Okay.
Mhm.
So when I started, I'm coming actually from my side. Like I'm coming from a very different background. I got passed out from college in 2008, and
Mhm.
then I was into plastic industry for like say 6 years, 6 to 7 years. I used to over like plastic industry, and I used to do manufacturing stuff. Okay. Then I came to software industry, and in my initial phase, I was with my brothers from. I started like basic layman. He told me like be in one thing, okay, whatever you like. I told okay, I have learned like HTML, CSS. Now he told like be in JavaScript. Don't think outside of JavaScript. I told okay. I started learning JavaScript on an initial phase. I got a job with a company, and they told me to write code for PHP. I wrote okay for 3 months, and then I left that company, and I continued with JavaScript, improvised myself, and then I was able to get to the other positions. And then I got an opportunity with React, Node.js, and that's how I picked my pace. Because like if you stay in a single domain, you would be able to get an understanding of like what you can do with that.
Yeah, that's what I think so.
Yeah. Your take on this, Tejas?
Yep. So basically, try to understand the bigger picture, Yasir. If your company is making you to do that, like these are wild swings, like from .NET to Java to Node, JavaScript. These are wild.
Right.
I think if you're sticking to that company, then I think you are doing an injustice to yourself. Yeah, you are not making any good decision if you want to stick to that company for all. It might be some other reason, like you want to stay at that location, which is Srinagar, and then you don't have many other options. But then you have to make a choice. Yeah, either you can build a good career by moving to big cities, maybe like Bangalore or Pune or Hyderabad, or you just stick to Srinagar and then tolerate all these wild swings. Yeah. So try to answer this question at a personal level, at a deeper level, and then you will know what to do.
Yep. So, Yasir, just want to understand all this 6 years you've been in Srinagar itself, or and you're working from the Srinagar's company, or is it like some Mumbai based or Delhi based, and you're having your remote job?
No, it is Srinagar-based company.
No, okay. So, like, what's your reason behind exploring remote jobs on different cities with the different like companies and tech stacks?
That's not a problem. I'm eager to see all the remote options, whatever there will be. It's not like that I want to skip at a one position. That is the thing.
Yeah. So right now, Yasir, if I had to ask you, like you've worked on very different tech stacks and frameworks, right? So if you want yourself to be, called as expert in one particular stuff, which tech stack or framework really excites you to work more on it, or something that you want to learn more to continue your career from there, and just get on expert level through that?
I will say JavaScript because it is used from front to back, and even the databases.
Yeah. So if you have like any questions regarding what it takes for you to like be the best in the JavaScript, what would you ask? We have different people working on JavaScript and other kind of frameworks, right? So anything that you're struggling as of now from the JavaScript perspective, because the community that we kind of build is based on JavaScript itself. So what's some assistance that you think that you need with respect to the JavaScript that you've been working on, or maybe excel in your profession within the same framework?
As for because I have been in this era for a long almost 6 years, and since I am doing I'm doing a part. I'm doing my side projects in the JavaScript, so I didn't see any problem right now for myself. I'm saying that, for example, if a fresher wants to join this kind of a stuff, and he is getting kicked to and fro. Just like I'm saying about the fresher, because after having a experience of 6 or 2-3 years, he is able to manage the things.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a question. What would since we have so many developers who have so much experience here, I think it would be a nice question, like, what would you say it takes for someone like a fresher to break into the industry? So I currently do have 6 months of experience, though if I were to look for a new position or a new workplace, I think it would be tough for me with 6 months experience. What would you say I should probably do or probably improve on?
I have a very strong opinion on that, Aniket. I'm not sure if you will like it, but I am of a strong opinion that you should complete your education first. Yeah,
Right.
I'll give you a reason for that. Yeah, this is backed by a reason. So look at a person like me. Okay, I'm old. I've got 16 plus years of experience in the industry, and I have done, let's say, 50 projects in my life. Okay, and I have delivered it. Okay, now I've spent 16 years of my life doing the same thing, more or less. Yeah, I just get some requirement, I code, I deliver. Okay, that's the basic funda of IT industry. Now this is boring. It gets boring over a period of time. Now you are in a student phase where you can do more. Yeah, you can be the part of college festivals. You can roam around. You can make new girlfriends. You can try new restaurants with friends. You can do n number of things because you have got time. Yeah, or you can just study and excel in your academics, and then you get 4 years for that, and then you complete your degree in engineering or whatever you're doing, and then you go into the job market, because for the rest of your life you have to do job or a business or whatever you choose. That means you do your career. So let's say you graduate at, let's say, 23, 24. From that point till you become old or till you retire, you have to do your career. You just have few years of life left in you before your career starts, to enjoy the life, to get new experiences, to make new friends, to travel. So don't waste that time in doing job and thinking about how I can mold my career before I getting graduate. Don't do that. I have a very strong opinion.
I would like to say, the thing is, I actually personally enjoy working with coding a lot. I enjoy it more than hanging out with people.
You will get ample of chance for enjoying that when you actually start a career after your graduation, and for your whole life you can do that. Next 30 years you can do that. Yeah, till you get bored.
Yeah.
Though you will not get that student life back.
Yeah, definitely.
That is true. I'll agree.
I never enjoyed my college life much. I don't know why, but I regret
the
now.
days. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, people regret after.
What is life? I wake up at 7 or 8, start my work, and work till 7 or 8, then do some study, eat and sleep. This is the routine.
In the job, in the job, a person
you-
becomes a robot.
That is true. I mean, you wake up,
in
you
job,
work,
you have
and
to
then
find weekend.
So what is happening,
Sometimes.
like Aniket, like in job, in your working time, okay,
Uh-huh.
I started like very late for the software industry.
Mhm.
Okay, what happens, like you have to do your routine work and then you have to go for an upgradation, whereas you got a chance of like 3 years, okay, to come to that position where you would be much more strong when you come out of your college. Like you would be having like that point. Okay, if you are spending like you are having like 2 years, am I right, in your college?
I do,
And
yeah.
yeah, so in these 2 years, you would be spending your time like with your friends, all of the things would be happening. You can spend time to upgrade yourself in terms of technology. Just do upgrade yourself. Okay, don't go for job or anything.
I
Go
think
for job after college.
there's the issue of overthinking, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
It's
can, Dixit, you can also upgrade once you start a job. Like you
But
can always start
yeah,
at zero after graduation. I don't mind that. What I'm very skeptical about is people, running behind the job in the first year of degree, second year of degree, and then losing all that college
yeah,
life. Because college life is about building personality. Yeah, when
yeah,
you go to
enjoyment.
college,
Yeah.
you enjoy. So enjoyment when you interact with people, when you participate in college festival, what you are doing is enjoying plus
Hmm.
building your personality.
Personality. Yeah.
Very important in life.
That is very true.
Yeah,
I'll
people
agree.
think that students think that in the software industry there is a lot of money. I need to go and
You
I
would
would
be
be
a
late.
robot.
Like I would be late. I would be late if I don't grab the opportunity right now. I would be late.
yeah.
It's
But
not that.
that's not a case.
Life
But
is short, I was telling one story to Tejas yesterday. There was one guy in my neighborhood. He was around 45, 46. He was very busy in his work life and he was earning a decent amount, probably less than or more than equal to, 2 lakh per month. But he was not having a life. He was obese and diabetic. So on Wednesday, he suddenly got the heart attack and he is no more. So the money and the stress he was taking, where is it now?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
do
exactly.
overthinking. Developer need to understand it.
The only reason I started working is because I did not had any idea of what I should do in my free time, or well, I did not had any project ideas.
Yeah.
So I was like, might as well just work.
Just like
Aniket,
slowly,
connect
like
with me
India.
offline. I'll give you 100 ideas what to do in your free time.
You already given
I'm
I think
I
more than
was
20
having like few ideas. If you are in Gujarat, then just give me a call. Like, and if I'm not wrong, you are in the city which I'm thinking right now. There are like 4 major cities, and one of the major city you are in.
Oh yeah, I am doing BTech, so of course I'm in Vadodara right now.
Brother, if you are in Vadodara, then don't think of like having any job. Just go and enjoy outside. Like Vadodara is a
street food.
place to enjoy.
Definitely.
That
take the
is true.
ideas from Tejas, you can grab some ideas.
No,
He
I
already
do
suggested.
actually have couple full stack ideas right now, so I am working on them after my
Don't
college
don't
and
work.
work.
Don't work.
He still have those ideas.
I would say don't work. Just get out of this meeting and just go and enjoy with your friends. Go
I
I'm
out.
still
mean,
thinking about the full stack stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, someone has to pay the rent, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. I think Dave has been silent for really long. Hi, Dave. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
He's on mute.
Can you unmute? I think you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So Dave, before we talk, so a quick introduction about yourself to people. I think I know you personally, but for the people who don't know you, yeah.
So yeah, actually I'm 2022 pass out. So I completed my graduation in 2022 only. So currently I'm learning front end and currently I'm learning React. So I'm here to learn and explore I'm looking for opportunities, job opportunities. So I'm here to learn and get my first job. So
Yeah. So, guys, the topic comes over here now that you guys are saying, Aniket, you can look out for a job after graduation, right? So, we have a case of Dev over here who completed his
Yeah.
graduation and now is looking out for the job. So,
Yeah.
what would you recommend for him, to get started with it, or maybe, maybe product or service, or what he should look out for cracking into a good company, or what kind of frameworks or projects that he should be working on? Anyone? Dinesh, Madhan, Yasir, Utkarsh.
If you just want to start your career, there are a lot of drive conducted by these service-based companies like TCS, Infosys, HCL. So if you get a chance to work on, you can start your career, work for 1 year, and you can think about the switch. I think recently HCL has launched OneDrive. I'm not sure about the link or portal. So you can search over the internet. So these companies are, quite easy to get a job, the first job, and then you can learn side by side till 1 year, or you can start if you are expert in some tech stack, then definitely you can go for some small product-based companies or small startups who will give you a chance to work on. So you need to explore what kind of companies you want, what kind of role you want, or you just want to start a job. So it also depends on you.
Yasir?
Yeah, I want to add up one thing for Dev. There should be something his interests basically. For example, being a graduate, and then after that one wants to jump into the coding. No, there are a lot of, first of all, Dev, you should know what are your interests. There are a lot of career options in the tech industry as well. For example, suppose somebody is good at designing, he will try to have a look over the UI UX thing. And similarly, for example, somebody is good at development, whether it is a back end or front end, or somebody is interested in the Java data. So there should be some interest. Based upon that, you need to build something of your own. And then after that, think that I want to apply for that particular company and target that particular company. It should not be like that. For example, I'm a graduate, BTech, whatever, a CS graduate, and I just want to do the coding and all. So basically, interests matters a lot.
Yeah,
If you
so I find my interest in front end only. I had done my designing also. I had done UI UX designing, and I also done some DSA some things. And currently I'm doing DSA also side by side. But yeah, I like the front end.
It's basically you are doing you are mingling two things. One is the DSA and the other is that UI UX. So I don't think so. There is DSA needed for UI UX.
No. What I'm saying now, I have explored UI UX designing in my college days. Not I'm currently doing the UI UX designing.
Okay. What
Okay,
you
so,
are good at, you should try that first. That will help.
Yeah, sure. Got your point.
Yeah, so one thing, so how could Dave just crack his way through the front end technologies or front end roles as a developer now that he's a fresher, and I hope that you're not having any experience under your belt?
No.
Okay. So Tejas or Dikshit or Utkarsh, so what would you suggest him when it comes to being interview ready, or cracking his way through the interview in the front end technologies? Like what he should be prepared of?
So if you are Tejas, continue please.
Yeah, I had a one-on-one discussion with Dave, just trying to understand his situation. What I felt is what he lacks is a personality. Yeah. So you can be the best developer in the world, but if you're not able to showcase that in the interviews, or not show your confidence that give me a chance and I'll do it. So if you're not able to convey that feeling or that confidence to the employer, he will not employ you. Yeah. Because again, I'm sitting on the other side. I'll give you the other side perspective. I'm an employer. Okay. I employ people. So what I look for in the people is two things. One is, can he deliver? Because I'm hiring a developer, so I need a person who can deliver. Second thing, is this person a complete package? Why I need a package? Because if, let's suppose, there's a requirement and I put him in some situation in front of a client, or to talk with the team, or it could be your internal team, or it could be your stakeholders team. Can this person face it? Yeah. So in that way, we look for the other traits, like how the person presents in himself, how confident he is, how he talks, and how he convinces other people. Even if he doesn't know answer, how he tackles the situation. So kind of a smart person. So if he builds these two aspects, then he gets a good chance. See, anyways, you will land in some kind of job. Nobody will keep you unemployed for longer term. You will find some job, with some basic salary or higher salary, depending on how you crack the interview. But the goal is to excel. Yeah, the goal is to not remain mediocre. Goal is to excel. So try to build an overall personality with technical and soft skills. Be confident. I think I've also advised you to be part of Toastmasters to build a more confident kind of a speech. So
Yeah,
if you
sure.
work on that, be that package first, and then present it to the employers. Then go to the market with a complete package. Yeah. So to make the most of the market. Yeah.
Yeah, got your point. I actually talked to Tejas and
Yeah.
I got the point.
Yeah, there is one more point which I would be suggesting, like Dev. So
Yeah.
if you are planning for going to, like, say, I want to I want to grab a job. Okay, the first thing I would be looking at my arsenals. Like, I would be looking at what things I'm having in my head. Say, if I'm having like a bazooka to handle the question, then I would be much more satisfied. Okay, I'm having that bazooka. But you need to be having a tank to handle the questions which a person has been asking you. So for that, you need to learn and understand the basic concept.
Yeah.
So then only you would be able to grab that opportunity. Okay, if I ask like basic React questions to you, you won't be able to understand and you won't be able to answer, because you're just trying to look at the React stuff, but you are not going into deeper one for the basic thing. If you go with the basic, you would be able to understand and you would be able to answer those things, and that would help you to grab that job. Okay.
In addition to Dixit's point, there's one thing that I'll like to add. So if I'm taking an interview of a person, so I'll be, thinking, if I throw that particular person in a situation, so will he able to handle that? So, all that confidence and all those learnings come from the proof of work that you'll be developing. So one strong thing that I'll be suggesting you for front end especially is, if you are having some, something to showcase, some proof of work, some projects, that really creates a positive impression in front of the person that is interviewing you, and it will also give you the confidence that yes, you have worked on this thing, you can handle situations. If you are in a situation, if you are in a problem, so you'll be able to figure out a solution. So proof of work is a great way, especially in front end.
And always try to find like problems first. Like, if you created a simple website, okay, so you created a simple website, but if you try to make that website a simpler, there would be bugs, and try to find out those bugs and how would you resolve those bugs. So people like me would be asking like those questions, like, okay, you created this website, okay, it's fine for me, but while creating this thing, what was the bug that you have and that you faced? How did you came with the solution? So those questions would be like much more critical, because in each and every organization there would be like bugs of people who have done the code, and there would be people who would be solving those bugs. So you need to get an understanding, like, what are the errors, what you would be solving.
Yeah. I hope your questions are answered, Dev. And
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want,
sure.
I think you can connect with Dikshit also and Utkarsh. And we're very
Yeah,
happy to
sure.
have you, Dikshit. I think this is the first time you're joining us, and the insightful points that like is really making me, look forward for your more participation in the coming stand-ups. I hope like even you had a great time like talking with other folks over here.
Actually, I felt comfortable after Dixit joined because he graduated in 2008. I graduated in 2006. So I kind of have a
So you
similar
know, we
person.
both are brothers.
Yeah.
I
So
already
this
sent
is
I already
yeah.
sent him Tejas my system. Like how do you feel, Tejas?
It's 10 on 10. Perfect.
There is another laptop would be coming. Like it has been shipped by a company. There would be another laptop. I have to keep a space for another laptop as well. So there would be a third one which would be residing on the table.
You can show us also,
Yeah, put it on the group chat.
Yeah, give me a second. Like
You can keep it in the community. So we have fun section photography. You can just like keep it over there.
okay.
And Dikshit, and for people who are like joining us for the first time, so the way you could explore the community is you have hashtag resource learning as a channel where you could like share your resources. Let's say if you come across some blog or any article or anything that actually is helping you on a day-to-day basis, or if you find something useful, just please feel free to drop in the link over there. And then you have interview trips and resume reviews. If you want to review someone's resume who's dropped, you can just like go ahead and help people review the resume, or you can into tips or something. And we have also created different channels for Node, React, and Angular. So just go ahead and have a look at that. And if you guys are like actively looking out for any project collaborations, I'm actually working on initiatives of announcing the project collaborations of whoever are working on any side projects, personal projects, and if they're looking out for someone to collaborate with, or if you're looking to collaborate with someone else's project. So I'll keep that out in no time. And at the end, the whole community idea is to just like, connect, interact, and just build a connection. Like Dave and Dinesh is like having assistance from Tejas. You can also connect with Dikshit or Madhan or, Utkarsh, and just, maybe ping them up and just tell them, okay, this is something that I need help in. So that's pretty much. And do you guys have any questions? I think this discussion has been really, really insightful with different conversations. We did even divert from the topic for a while, but it was worth it. So yeah. Guys, just let me know if for the next week what topic that you want to discuss, whether you want to have it on Thursday or Friday, and mostly this topic that you want to discuss, and we can get that in the discussions. And thank you so much for sticking for this long and adding to the value of the discussions, adding to this helping people and adding to this community meet with learnings and knowledge. And I'm really looking forward for the next catch up with you guys.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I hope you had a great time, Dikshit, and also Aniket.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Actually, I
Thank you,
shared
thanks
my
for this.
resume, so if anyone can just
Yeah,
input
sure.
points.
Drop your resume in the hashtag resume review channel, and I can tag people who are actually helping out, or anyone from this panel can actually, review your resume.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, in
Yeah.
chat I have shared if Dikshit and some other one. but
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
So
sure.
you're shared into this chat?
Yeah, it's this chat only.
Okay.
I shared.
Yeah, on Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining in. I think we can wrap up the session if you don't have any questions. Do you? Okay, great. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend and Happy New Year. I hope you had a good New Year's, everyone. He just definitely had a good New Year. I've seen like a lot of places he was traveling and the food he was eating. I didn't know that Sydney also had Indian food over there, the places you were going.
Yeah, actually, the thing is that my parents and my wife, they don't eat anything apart from Indian.
Oh,
So
okay.
whenever I travel on the Google map, I have to find the Indian restaurants first and then only choose the places.
Okay.
Indians are
Definitely.
everywhere. I think you can find some Indians even on moon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And thank you so much, guys. Had a great time. I really loved the discussions and interacting with you folks. And I'd look up for the next catch up very soon. And have a great weekend and
Have a
have a
great
good
day.
night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, guys.